Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to basically pull out the key nuggets of knowledge from a whole stack of sources, help you make sense of it all. And today, wow, we are jumping headfirst into the AI industry, and it's just moving incredibly fast, right? Affecting everything from the huge tech companies down to, well, our everyday experiences. We've got industry reports, news flashes, research papers, the works, trying to cut through all that noise for you. Yeah, our mission is really to give you those aha moments, help you get a quick grip on the big shifts, the new tools coming out, and, the really critical conversations happening around AI right now. Okay, so let's kick things off. Let's unpack this intense competition, the sort of strategic chess game happening between the biggest AI players. We've seen some pretty dramatic moves already. I mean, that whole talent drain from OpenAI's Windsurf team, that was big news. We're talking top engineers, leadership, basically shifting over to Google DeepMind.
Yeah.
And the idea is that they're to speed up the Gemini project and also what they're calling agentic coding solutions.
Right. And that move, it's not just, filling seats. It's deeply strategic. What's really insightful, I think, is how it just highlights this intensifying race, especially for those next-gen AI assistants. When Google goes and integrates talent like that strategically, it signals they're gunning for the minds, defining how AI, how it interacts with us, how it builds software even. That seems to be the real battleground now.
And it's not just about people, is it? It's huge money, massive expectations. Look at xAI. Its valuation has apparently surged to, $200 billion?
Astonishing number.
Right. And what's striking is that their reported revenues are actually lower than some rivals.
Yeah, that xAI valuation, especially this next Anthropic's lower revenues, it just screams hype cycle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels less about what they're earning now and much more about investors betting on, ecosystem leverage.
Ecosystem leverage.
Yeah, how well it might integrate across existing platforms, how quickly users might adopt it. It's really showing how the market values that potential, maybe even more than pure AI tech right now.
Interesting. So it's a platform play.
Very much so, yeah. And meanwhile, you see Anthropic actively recruiting quantitative trading types in London. They're holding these curated events that just show everyone's looking for any possible edge and expertise.
And beyond just the talent and the money, there are these wider strategic moves happening. OpenAI, for instance, pushing hard into hardware. They're finalizing that massive $6.5 billion acquisition of Jony Ive's AI hardware startup.
Right, the Apple design guru.
Exactly. And their stated goal is pretty ambitious. Create products that could rival the iPhone's impact. They've apparently got prototypes like AI headphones, cameras. And that's not all from OpenAI. They're also apparently planning a ChatGPT-powered web browser.
Wow.
Which is, that's a direct shot at Google Chrome, right? Trying to reshape search, online ads, the whole landscape.
Definitely direct challenge.
And then the talent war just keeps heating up. Meta apparently just hired 3 top AI researchers straight from OpenAI.
It never stops. If we try and connect these dots, right, this fierce rivalry, it absolutely is speeding up innovation, no question. On one hand, that's good. It stops any one company from just dominating everything, pushes everyone harder.
Sure.
But on the other hand, you do have to wonder, are we just seeing power consolidate among a few giants?
Yeah.
Does it make it harder for, real disruptors outside that core group to emerge?
That's a fair point, a double-edged sword.
Exactly. And you also see this growth prompting calls for more responsibility.
Yeah.
Like OpenAI committing to the EU Code of Practice.
Right.
And IBM launching new governance tools specifically for agentic AI. These are clearly reactions to just how fast everything is moving, sometimes maybe too fast.
Okay, so shifting from the big company strategies to the actual nuts and bolts, the sheer number of new AI models and features hitting the market it's pretty remarkable. We're seeing LLMs, large language models, evolve incredibly quickly. Take Moonshot AI. They just launched Kimi K2. It's being called the largest open source AI agent, 1 trillion parameters.
1 trillion. That's just vast.
It is. And that scale allows for really sophisticated stuff like complex code generation or these agentic actions where the AI can actually plan and execute multiple steps on its own.
And that open source bit you mentioned, that's hugely significant, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It means that cutting-edge power isn't locked away. It's democratized instantly. That's a massive boost for innovation globally. Researchers, developers everywhere can build on it.
Yeah, totally. And speaking of cutting edge, Grok 4 from xAI. They've significantly boosted their reinforcement learning compute.
Okay.
It actually snagged second place in some independent math benchmarks. Although user tests apparently still show it lagging behind OpenAI's O3 and Gemini 2.5 Pro overall.
Interesting discrepancy.
Yeah, and looking ahead, like to 2025, we're hearing about things like NVIDIA's Cosmos World and AlphaVol. They're promising even better reasoning, better world understanding capabilities.
So the push continues for raw intelligence. But what's also really striking is the push for intelligence and accessibility. Take Liquid AI's LFM2. It's designed as a powerful but compact model for edge devices.
Edge devices, so like on your phone.
Exactly. Powerful AI running right on your phone, or smart glasses maybe, without constantly sending data back to the cloud.
Okay, that's big for privacy.
Huge implications for privacy-first apps.
Yeah.
And for real-time responsiveness, even if your connection is bad. They're even adapting it for mobile, using Apple's MLX Swift framework.
So seamless for Apple users then.
Potentially.
And beyond these big base models, we're seeing just a flood of practical tools and features hitting the market, making AI, more usable day to day, like Google's VO3. Now you can apparently take a photo and instantly turn it into an 8-second video with sound right in the Gemini app.
That's a perfect example, isn't it? Bringing sophisticated AI right to everyday users for creative stuff. It sort of democratizes video creation in a new way.
Exactly. And for researchers, there's NotebookLlaMa, adding features for digging through documents, like pulling out and visualizing images, tables.
That's cool.
There's AnyCoder, which turns academic papers into polished web pages instantly. The Jina Reader app is processing like 100 billion tokens daily on Google Cloud Run.
Wow.
And this is really fascinating. Hugging Face is moving into open source robotics. They've debuted this affordable little AI robot for your desktop, the Reachy Mini, fully programmable, just $299.
Okay, an affordable open source AI robot. That's a potential game changer for research, for education.
Right.
It takes robotics out of the super specialized labs and puts it, potentially on a student's desk. Could inspire a whole new generation. Plus, you see things like NVIDIA's Parakeet ASR models on Azure now through Hugging Face APIs. And OpenAI's ChatGPT getting better at remembering past interactions for more personalized chats. It all points to this broader trend, making AI more accessible, more applicable for everyone, from developers deploying tiny local agents to regular folks using creative tools.
Okay, let's shift gears again. Let's talk about AI actually in action, moving beyond the tech itself to how it's really being used across different sectors. What's the practical impact?
Yeah.
So starting with, say, manufacturing and healthcare, we're seeing reports of Chinese factories piloting AI glasses, which signals a pretty clear move towards more automation, maybe rethinking worker roles.
Right.
And in healthcare, wow, there are tons of new tools. Arizona State's ARC Plus for chest x-rays, City of Hope's HopeLM for cancer care, Copenhagen's Cordy. They're really starting to revolutionize diagnosis, patient onboarding, data privacy, promising, safer, faster, fairer healthcare. Plus, these ambient AI tools are popping up, automating documentation, streamlining workflows for doctors and nurses.
What really stands out there for me is how AI isn't just replacing things, it's often augmenting human skills.
Good point.
Improving safety in a factory, making a critical diagnosis faster, more accurately in a hospital. That's where you really feel the human impact, beyond the big numbers and valuations we talked about earlier. When an AI helps catch cancer sooner, that's significant.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And this stretches into areas like crisis management, too. The U.S. military, first responders, they're adopting AI. MIT has tools for patient transport coordination. Alaska's using Palantir Maven. The idea is smarter, faster coordination during mass casualty events. Even environmental protection is getting an AI boost. In India, the state of Haryana launched an AI-powered forest protection dashboard, uses satellite images to spot illegal construction, environmental damage.
That's a powerful example of AI moving beyond just business applications into areas with direct societal benefit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Improving disaster response, protecting natural resources.
Yeah, it really is becoming pervasive. Look at construction. Hong Kong's Viact is pioneering AI platforms for worksite safety, efficiency, trying to set a standard for human-machine collaboration there. Customer support. Companies like Natterbox are rolling out AI assistants that can apparently handle up to 70% of support tasks.
70%, wow.
Yeah. And on the enterprise side, companies like Vellum are raising serious VC money just to speed up how businesses deploy their own AI applications.
That's a clear signal, right? AI isn't niche anymore. It's becoming foundational infrastructure for businesses, for governments looking to scale up efficiency. The money flowing into platforms like Vellum shows companies are eager, but they need easier, faster ways to integrate AI.
And it's even reaching into places like our courts. They're exploring AI to deal with staff shortages, massive caseloads. Apparently, 91% of court officials are optimistic about it.
That's a high number.
It is. The UK government's partnering with Meta and the Alan Turing Institute to embed AI experts right into public departments, trying to speed up digital transformation. And maybe most crucial for the long run. OpenAI, Microsoft, Anthropic, they're launching a $10 million National Academy for AI instruction. The goal: train 400,000 K-12 teachers in AI tools by 2030.
The sheer breadth of all this,
Yeah.
It's staggering. From automating court tasks to training teachers. What we're really seeing is a fundamental shift in how almost every industry operates. AI is delivering deeper insights, improving outcomes, whether that's in a hospital, on a building site, or in a government office. It's not some far-off concept anymore. It's becoming an embedded operational reality.
Okay, so as incredible as all this progress sounds, we absolutely have to acknowledge the other side of the coin. The challenges, the concerns, the ethical questions that come with this rapid advancement. This is where that need for really careful, responsible development comes in. So first, content authenticity, misinformation. It's deeply worrying, but there's been an alarming rise in AI-generated child sexual abuse material online.
Horrifying.
It is, sparking urgent calls for much stronger regulation, better tech to fight that kind of digital exploitation. And related, there's this sort of deepfake crisis on platforms like TikTok, AI mimicking voices, creating fake videos, fueling all sorts of misinformation.
These are profoundly serious issues. It really highlights how, as AI gets more powerful, the potential for misuse just grows alongside it. We desperately need robust defenses, both technological and regulatory, to protect people, especially the most vulnerable.
Then there's data security and privacy. Big concerns here. McDonald's had a major breach, right? Their AI customer service bot apparently leaked sensitive personal data for millions.
Oof.
And another flaw in their AI hiring app allowed access to data from 64 million applicants, apparently using just a default
Oh
password.
my goodness, basic security failures.
Seems like it. And then you have things like Google Gemini AI integrating deeply, potentially accessing and storing WhatsApp messages. That raises obvious privacy flags.
It does?
Even ChatGPT's enhanced memory features, while useful maybe, are raising fresh concerns about privacy and data management.
Yeah, it really begs the question, doesn't it? How can we build trust in these systems if these fundamental privacy and security holes keep appearing? It just hammers home the need for privacy by design, robust security from the very start, not bolted on later, especially as AI gets its hands on more and more sensitive personal data.
And related to security, there are cybersecurity and supply chain threats. Zscaler's latest report points to a surge in data loss incidents linked to generative AI tools being used in businesses.
Not surprising, but worrying.
Yeah. And companies like Cisco are deploying systems like their Cerberus system specifically to monitor AI model repositories like Hugging Face for vulnerabilities, block risky downloads.
So an arms race there, too.
Seems like it. And then, kind of surprisingly, there's this emerging productivity paradox.
Ah, yes, I saw that.
Studies are showing that experienced coders, they actually sometimes take longer when using AI code editors.
Longer? Why?
Because they end up spending so much time reviewing, correcting the machine's output, it sort of casts doubt on some of those big productivity gain promises, at least for certain tasks or users.
That productivity finding is really interesting, actually, because it challenges one of the core sales pitches for AI, right?
Oh, exactly.
It suggests that while AI can definitely augment us, that human oversight, the correction loop, it's still incredibly complex and maybe not always a net time saver. Not yet, anyway.
Finally, interpretability and trust. These are still big hurdles. There's research showing LLMs getting great results on physics problems, for example, but without any real conceptual understanding of the physics itself?
Right, passing the test without understanding the lesson.
Pretty much. And other studies show cultural differences in how we perceive uncertainty in language can actually lead people to overtrust AI outputs.
That's subtle but important.
Yeah.
This really brings us back to that central question. How do we balance all this incredible innovation with responsibility? The challenges you've just laid out, from deepfakes and data leaks to productivity paradoxes and trust issues, they demand a collective effort, don't they?
Absolutely.
We are seeing some moves in that direction, like
Okay.
efforts towards ethical AI alignment, making sure future tech stays human-centric and beneficial, and the EU's voluntary AI rules on transparency and safety.
Right.
But clearly, there's a lot more work needed to build that trust, ensure safety, while still, pushing the boundaries of what AI can do.
So we've covered a lot today. This deep dive really shows the immense progress, the pervasive nature of AI, from those big industry power plays and the explosion of new tools
Yeah.
to seeing it integrated everywhere: healthcare, construction, government, you name it.
And just as importantly, we've really underscored the critical need to tackle the challenges head on. Those ethical dilemmas with AI content,
Yeah.
the absolute necessity for solid data security and privacy, and even those surprising findings about how AI actually impacts human productivity and practice.
So considering this incredible pace of change and this growing list of both amazing advancements and, frankly, pretty significant challenges, it leaves us with a big question for you, the listener. How do you think we, as individuals and maybe as a whole society, can best prepare for this AI-infused future? A future that manages to be both truly innovative and equitable.